The real driving force in this organization is that it actually does change people's lives.
We come each day to work here, but what we remember is that people live here. They live here 24/7.
There was no longer room for the offices for all the staff that needed to support the people living here at the YWCA and their needs. And even some of the housing structure in the upper floors was not as useful as it could be.
When I realized what we were up against, there really was only one vehicle, and that was the tax credit deal.
We needed to bring in $1.8 to $2 million to be able to qualify for tax credits.
We did a feasibility study, and we did bring in McDonald Schaefer to do that feasibility study. And what it showed was that the community was very supportive, and that indicated the sport was here for a $1.8 to $2 million campaign.
The day we announced our campaign is the day that Lehman Brothers went under.
It's true.
We started with what we would call sort of a tight market, and so
we didn't have a $1 million donor, but we had 500 plus smaller donors who really that was our army, really. I mean, they did it.
I think that's where McDonald Schaefer and Pam Maddox came in so
Yes.
importantly, because we met with Pam every 2 or 3 weeks throughout those 2 years, and she always came with a structure. You know, we looked at our list of individual donors, we looked at the list of foundations, we looked at the list of businesses, and we said, who did what, who knows what, who else do we have to go for? And I think in the type of environment that we were in, it's easy to kind of lose your enthusiasm or your positive attitude. And I thought that was the other thing that came out of the McDonald Schaefer relationship, was that positive attitude.
My advice to anyone going forth is don't ever think that you can really do a capital campaign by yourself. If you're a shop of 2 or 3 people, it's not going to work. You really need that expertise. You really need that follow through that Pam and her team back at her shop brought to the table. We've just come out on the other side of the worst economic recession that we've seen in this country since the Depression. And the YWCA stands strong on the square here in Madison.